Babe Boomer is focused and ready for this one. Yet another chance to show the baseball world what she's made of. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the San Francisco Giants. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. That one fouled off.
Well, these Brewers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a leadoff double. And that knock bumps her hitting streak into double digits, Chris. She's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything she's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Joey Ortiz getting ready to hit. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. High fly ball, right field. And there's one down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Bryce Terang.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Terang now at the plate. In the air, right field. Lee under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. The tag gets her, and it's a double play to end the inning. It's the Giants 2 and the Brewers nothing. Boomer stepping in, one door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. She has a chance to deliver.
Time to play teammate of the day, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a 2-out RBI.
Oh, look at the stop. And they get the out. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th. We are tied 2-2.
Up next for Milwaukee, the designated hitter, Babe Boomer.
Ripped to right. And that is that. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. The Brewers are out in front, 5-2. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Stepping in, team needs a wake-up swing here.
Yeah, Boo, get that girl an espresso. They need a hit to put a jolt into this offense.
That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Up against the wall and brings it in. So the Giants pen gets the job done. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Brewers 5 and the Giants 2. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Boomer kept the hitting streak going in this one.
Didn't light the world on fire, but she held up her end okay. I'm sure she'd like to have a better game, but a win is a win.
Babe Boomer, currently on a 10-game hitting streak. Can she keep it going today? It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the San Francisco Giants. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Willie Adames stands
Leading
in.
off tonight, the shortstop, number 2, Willie Adames.
Hit on the ground to short. Boomer fires to first on the run, and they get the out.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Boomer digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines.
That one is absolutely belted. That one hops off the wall and should score at least one. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Brewers.
Mission accomplished there as she picks up the RBI to give them the lead. She really stung that pitch and drove it deep, but pretty surprised she didn't end up on second base right there. I think she probably should have. But you know what? We'll give credit to the defense for holding her to a long single.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Blake Perkins.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Struck him out looking.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now it's William Contreras. Flied to right his first time. Runner on the go. Pitch is high. Throw. Save.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Two on, 2 outs. High fly ball lifted into air right field. Brings it in. And that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Brewers 1 and the Giants nothing. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
1-2 now. To the right side. Steps on the bag for 1.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Casey.
Boomer up now, trying to make this pitcher work, Singy.
Yeah, it's time to be annoying, Boog. Spoiler mode activated. Foul balls, deep counts, whatever it takes. Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the...
And that is that. Gone in order are the Brewers. They lead it 1-0. One down. And up next for San Francisco, Patrick Bailey.
Patrick Bailey.
Deal 1. On the ground. Boomer. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
The third baseman, Casey.
Hey, I got to give him credit for busting it down to first to beat out that hit. Speed is obviously not a big part of his game.
Boomer steps in. They're down, but she's got a chance to get something going right here.
Yeah, you won't get a whole rally in one swing. She just needs to be the match that lights the fire here.
Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Now she'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff hitter comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Blake Perkins will hit next.
Look for him to hit behind the runner, perhaps shoot it to the right side.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. So the tying run is second. To third. Tosses across to first. That's the first out, the top of the seventh.
Up next for Milwaukee, the catcher,
William Contreras digs in now.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. You walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Lee under it. 2 away now.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Bryce Terang.
So runner at second, 2 down. Bryce Terang, the next to hit. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
To the right side, loves it on the dive, and that's a great play for the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
So 2 down, and now here is Bryce Eldridge.
Number 8, Bryce Eldridge.
Ground ball up the middle. Dives, and she can't hang on. But there's no play. That's an infield single.
Up next for the Giants, the catcher number 14.
The Brewers going with a pinch hitter, Andrew Vaughn. He represents the go-ahead run.
This game for the Giants. Now playing short.
Boomer kept the hitting streak going in this one.
Definitely a strong game at the plate, and it's safe to say she made a difference for him. Nice job to help lift them to the win.
Willie Adames stands
the
in.
Hitter this afternoon, the shortstop, number 2, Willie Adames.
On the ground to the left. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Batting second.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line.
Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers.
Find the ball. Find the ball.
Runner aboard on the leadoff single.
Great job right there. Hit that ball hard.
That extends her hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a player's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a player or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely her right now.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Blake Perkins. The 0-1. Liner, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
The batter, number 2.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
This is Bryce Terang. He boots it.
Hang on, right here.
Still manages a throw and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Kind of got it off the end of the bat, but he gets that knock because he was willing to go with the pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Here's Yelich at the dish. Oh, and 2 now. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one away.
The bat, number 8. Designated hitter, Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz now.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
The first baseman, number 5, Brandon Wow.
Randall Grichuk now.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Devers at first, one gone. Up the middle. Dives and she can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next for the Giants, the third baseman, Casey. Up next for Milwaukee, the shortstop.
Boomer, only 18 years old, and she's been quite a threat lately with 6 homers in her last 10 games. On a line, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now she's trying for more. The throw to second is offline. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
So runner at second, 2 down. Blake Perkins up now for the Brewers. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4.
Hold it here.
Sends it to first. That's the 3rd out. Brewers strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Up next for Milwaukee, the shortstop, Big Boomer.
Oh, great stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. So here's the cleanup hitter, Casey Schmidt.
The third baseman,
Grichuk on at first. Nobody out.
Schmidt.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to second for 1. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Number 8, right.
And now the shortstop, Babe Boomer.
The shortstop, Babe Boomer.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. And the 0-1. Well struck right field. That one is back. Adios, Peralta. She muscles that one out of here. Her 7th home run of the season. And they boost their lead. It's 8-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if she got enough of it off the bat. I mean, she put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say she really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for her to circle the pillows.
This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards, so we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Out to short. Boomer fires over to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
For the Giants, the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Boomer really stood out in this win, put together 3 hits, one of them a home run.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time she came up. When a player is locked in like she was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Now from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers and the Los Angeles Angels. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. And Chris, it's trade deadline day. Always an interesting day on the MLB schedule. Usually a lot of excitement for fans and stress for the front offices. What about the teams and specifically the players?
Boog, I think there are 3 perspectives. You're that player that's saying, hey, I want to get traded somewhere, maybe to a contender, maybe to a place that I have an opportunity to play every day. On the flip side, you're that player that's very content with where you are. You've heard some rumors, perhaps. You can't wait until the deadline has come and gone, and you're still staying put. And then the third person is that teammate that's looking and saying, we got a shot. I hope we add the piece or 2 that we need that'll put us over the top.
First pitch coming your way next. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. That smash towards center. And there's one down.
She smoked that fastball. She's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up she'll find a hole.
Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Hard hit, left field, base hit.
Find it. Find it.
So now back to the top of the order. That ups her hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. In the dirt, blocked. And a ball and 2 strikes. Right side, Moore. The flip, there's one to first. Double play! Nicely done.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Boomer steps in. Previous batter couldn't get the job done. Now 2 outs. It's late and the pressure is mounting, Chris.
Well, this is where you pick up your teammate, Boog. They need someone to come through right here.
Lined into right. Plays it on a bounce and it deflects away. The run comes in from second and they lead by 2. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Well, she comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise she put a great swing on it.
Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. The Brewers trying to break this one open. And we're the top half of the 6th. Line to right, base hit. In to score is the runner from third.
Down.
The tag.
Hey.
See.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Big at bat coming up with Christian Yelich stepping in.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
2 on, 2 outs. Here's a tapper towards short. Fires to first on the run, and it beats him. What a play. Part of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. The Brewers are out in front, 3-0. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Next for Milwaukee, Babe Boomer.
The designated hitter, Babe Boomer.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for her. She looks locked in. She wasn't able to elevate it, but she put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
On the ground to third, and he can't come up with it, but goes to second with it, and they get the out. Stay with the play, and that'll end the inning. 2 homers in the inning lead to 3 runs. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Brewers 6 and the Angels nothing. This is 1 down. Babe Boomer now at the plate. A switch hitter batting right. There's a swing and a drive. This one's got a chance. Adios, pelota. It's her 8th home run of the year. And they add a run. It's 8-0.
She wasted no time in that at bat. Swinging at the first pitch, and she punished it.
Boomer really stood out in this win. 4 hits, 1 of them a homer.
Well, they may want to change how they approach her next time because she was just incredible in this one. She looked like a threat every time she came up.